Hi there! I have literally no idea how did you find about my channel. Anyway, thank you very much. Today I'm gonna tell you about a story. I've been having a chat with my wife and we sat at the table, we were dining and we were talking about the usual stuff. And eventually we reached an impasse about our future. By the way, this plant is not feeling very well. So we were talking about the future, what to do next, the fact that we are still working the 9-to-5 situation since very long time. We actually are from South Italy and I moved here in Ireland 7 years ago, 8 years ago. And I've spent the majority of my job life here in Ireland and wasn't bad, was okay, but you know, when you look at the future and you do see there were life-changing events all over the place since 2019, you know, the COVID situation, the war, and then again another war, and then the AI crashing the job market, all this kind of stuff. You can feel nor see any kind of future. I don't know if it makes sense, right? And then during our honeymoon, basically, I didn't feel very well, and luckily right now it's all okay, but I spent like a month to do some health checks and everything, and it came out that basically I'm overstressed and I drink too much coffee, and then, you know, all this sort of stuff that are a consequence of my job life, especially because I'm an engineer, so it does have a certain toll. Long story short, basically we sat at the table, we were having a dinner together, we were dining, and then we were discussing about what is the future, you know, making some projection to the future to understand what to do next and etc. But we decided that no matter what we do, we're gonna feel the same, because probably we were deprived of certain years of our lives because of the COVID and pandemic, and we didn't travel while we wanted to do it, but we were stuck at home, as many of us, of course. I'm not just saying that we are special. It is just that we were stuck at home and then we didn't have like an adventure. We were not able to live the life as it should be, I guess, as many of us, right? So we thought, why don't sell everything in 12 months time, buy a sailboat and navigate the world without any previous experience? To me, that sounds a very good plan. Idiotic, but very good plan. The most important thing, I believe, is to find a purpose, right? Without a purpose, we are like nothing, I believe. So right now we have a scope. So I'm just like searching information around, you know, the very basic stuff, the tools, the skills required. I'm starting again to do some activity in like cardio and trying to build a little bit of, you know, resistance, and try to lose a couple of stones, because always helps. And also we did find a course approach for the first time to sailing, even though like I'm a very passionate about the sea. I do fish, I do dive, and in the future I would like also to do some spare fishing, but that is another story for another video. However, we did find some information around it. We did find a course that they are doing here in Cork, because right now, even though you can tell by the accent, I'm from South Italy, I actually have been living in Cork for, I don't know, 70 years, 80 years, so quite a huge chunk of my life has been spent here in Ireland. A nice place, though the weather is like not very forgiving, let's say. For those that are trying to approach to this for the first time here in Ireland, the price of this, like the very first course that is gonna take 1 day more or less of navigation, is like 150 euros per person. And the syllabus is like a basic knowledge of the sea terms, introduction to steering, introduction to sail handling, introduction to rope work, demonstration of navigation and pilotage. It looks very good. It actually looks very good. And then I believe they are gonna give us some information about, you know, where to find other information, which is like the correct path to follow in order to eventually get assessed and get like a sort of license, because if you want to sail the boat in the blue water, open sea, you should know sometimes, you should be certified, I guess. Doesn't make sense that anybody could do that. Although if they wanted, I think there should be like a certain certification. I will find out more in the future, and in the next video probably I'm gonna post about it. Last but not least, I did start a Substack channel. I will leave the information somewhere. That's it, because I always wanted to write something by myself and share, you know, deep feeling. And since I started, I do feel like I'm getting better from a mood perspective and a feeling perspective. And the idea to share my work and my experience, my feeling with an audience, other people that might be struggling, because I did struggle a lot when it comes like to mood swings and depression, all this kind of stuff that can be very unforgiving. So the hope also is to share this message to anyone, really anyone out there that is struggling right now, because I really want to tell them that they are not alone and they don't have just to rely to themselves. Even though I'm not sure if this video is gonna reach anyone out, one person, just one person, can see this video and feel a little bit better, I will feel very satisfied. That's it. This is for this video today, and for anyone out there, if you are seeing this, thank you very much for being part of this experience, and we will see to the next video soon. I have no idea when. Bye.